Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam is still on vacation. His pictures are amazing. So if you follow my Instagram, check him out. Chike, looks like it's me and you tonight.
Yes, sir. What you got good for me?
Well, I saw that you're reviewing the Madea Homecoming movie.
Yes.
I did watch that on Friday. I thought it was Netflix worthy.
I did too.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some funny moments, but he's had better. But it was good. It was good for what it was. You know what I mean?
I'm a huge Gabrielle Dennis fan, so I'm glad that she was able to be cast in that.
Which one was that? The mom?
Yes.
Yeah. I like her too. What were your thoughts on that? Or do you want me to go through and then you go?
It doesn't matter. We can talk about this when we're on it. I enjoyed it. There were parts where I laughed out loud. My favorite part being I was enjoying the Madea flashbacks. I was enjoying.
Oh yes.
A little bit.
Rosa Parks.
That was my favorite part. I enjoyed it. And then the whole homage to Beyonce in the yeah. Cool.
Well, I love the family that came from where they come from. He kept saying Ireland. But I love the jokes when the racial sensitive jokes when she said, I just love dark humor. And they were like, what? But yeah, it was good for what it was, but he's definitely had better. But it was just good to have that kind of comedy. The only thing that did kind of throw me off that they had a lot of cussing in there and a lot of the N-word in there. And I was shocked because his targeted audience is the church.
Yeah.
So that kind of threw me off, but I guess it's Netflix.
I also think that with the character Madea, it allows for him to have a little bit more, I guess, license to be that free. With that character, because she's anti-church kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I was shocked at the profanity. I really was. But yeah, I'd definitely check it out. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. You see anything else?
Not that I'm thinking of, but I do want to talk about Big Brother. So the finale was last Wednesday, and Misha won. She's the champion fighter. She and Todrick went down to the final two. So it was, they played. It was Cynthia, Todrick, Misha. They played the competition. Todrick won it. No, Misha won it. Excuse me. And she could decide who she wanted to take to final two. And then from there, the rest of the people that were voted out vote for the winner. And so it was interesting because I follow a lot of this on Twitter because, they have the 24-hour live streaming. And a lot of the celebrities that were voted off thought one way about the show until they got back and saw the rest of the show. And even people were tweeting them like Ty Bridges, he was team Todrick. Team Todrick, he said he plays the best game. He got voted off, and people tweeted him, you need to watch this. And what was revealed to him was that Todrick was calling him homophobic behind his back when they were getting along in the home. And so a lot of people's issues with him that it was not just how he played the game, because if you think about it, he probably did play the game strategically, but he was bad mouthing the people that he really didn't have to bad mouth like that, And so the flashback to the finale night, Misha picked Todrick since they've been working together, which I thought that would have been, now it would have been kind of shady, but it would have been a good thing if she took Cynthia instead. But I thought, to who she is, she's like a loyal person. She took Todrick. And the votes were 8-1 Misha, because everyone was disgusted with Todrick. Like all the contestants that were up there, they were disgusted. And every time they would go up there to vote, like you decide who they're going to vote for, they would make a comment. And Todrick looked thrown off by all the negative comments he was getting. And no one was like rude, but they were saying, he knew it was about him. And so when Misha won, she wins $250,000. He wins $50,000. And they came out, everyone was just sitting there. And Julie Chan was like, y'all can clap. They're like, oh, but they were, some people call them sore losers. I don't think they were sore losers. They got to see what he was doing. And apparently there've been a lot of campaigns against him already online because he hasn't paid dancers in the past and all that kind of stuff. They have a hashtag Todrick exposed on Twitter where everyone just going to his former assistant. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard some negative, stories, circulating. But...
And even Cynthia, because Cynthia was on when they voted for him because she didn't know, and then she was interviewed afterwards and she said she would have definitely voted differently if she knew what she knew. But here's the interesting thing. So during the commercial break, or towards the end, I guess the end of production, they said Todrick left the stage, upset and refused to come out. And part of him winning the full 50K is doing the press, and he refused to do the press. And so so it's rumored that he was docked for not doing that, coming back out.
Out of a show being called difficult, still being difficult.
But he also apparently, him and Tamar Braxton are good friends, and he said something about her on the show. Because I saw she had tweeted something like, I would never have a falling out with someone over a TV show, but we'll definitely talk, when it's over. And I didn't even know what he had said about her until my best friend told me. I'm thinking, you're on TV. And then he was talking about how, like I was seeing some of the feeds people were sharing, and he was saying how he charges, he was telling, I forgot who, was it Misha or Cynthia, that he charges, to do birthday greetings and things like that. He said, all I do is say the same thing to everyone and just change the name, and there it goes. But it's like, why are you
like,
you know what I mean?
Didn't he just win the mask? Didn't he beat?
He won something. He won something. He was on something else.
He beat Faith in the mask. Like he went on to the end. But I don't know if he won
like
the big prize.
Right.
But I know the Masked Singer.
But this was not a good PR. PR, and he has not said anything since.
It doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for everybody.
Nope. But yeah, so those are the only things I saw. There's a lot of great TV, but yeah, those are the biggest things.
Okay. We talked about Medea. I found this new show on Netflix. It's called Two Sentence Horror Story. Now, apparently, this was on the CW before.
Okay.
And like the repeats on Netflix. I have never heard of this show, but it's an anthology horror show. It's my genre. I love horror.
Right.
And kind of in the spirit of the Twilight Zone, the Outer Limits, Creep Show, the series. And I enjoyed it. I'll be going back to watch more. It's called The Horror Story, and it's on Netflix. I don't even know if it's like currently in like a current season on season.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever. I don't know, but I'm enjoying it on Netflix. And the next show I'm getting into, because I've been hearing so much about it, is the show on Paramount Plus called Yellowstone, starring Kevin Costner, Riley, and Luke Grimes. It's kind of like a new age Dallas, but they're in like Montana.
Yeah.
And it's cattle, oil, money, politics, and racism. All that is in this show. And so far, so good, because you get to see how people in the Midwest live in their way of life. Like what's important to them is totally different because of the geography and where they are. So it's about ranching, it's about land, it's about natural resource, it's about keeping the living the way that it is. And it's just really interesting what these people are out here scrapping over for.
Yeah.
It's an interesting show. And, Kevin Costner is,
oh, yeah. Of course.
It's a really, really good show. And Kevin Costner is doing streaming TV. So, it has to be everything on his level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, they have two big biopics coming out this year. One is based on the life of Elvis Presley. And the other one is based on Whitney Houston's life. And they're big productions, like coming out in theater. But I read that they moved Whitney Houston's either up or back so it's kind of competing with Elvis's. They come out during the holiday. But I saw the trailer for the Elvis one, and it looks really good. Tom Hanks is playing in there as his manager or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's like in a fat suit and all that. Like his face, but it's definitely, yeah. So it was interesting.
So that story is interesting to me because I read a biography on Elvis,
Mm,
and um, it's funny how he was regarded in America as he was like the king, but then to know like some of the personal details that were going on behind the scenes, it's like,
mhm,
oh, this is stuff that no one ever really talks about. It's not
mhm.
stuff, out there. And
Right,
probably because, social media and the headlines and hot topics and stuff were totally different back then than they are
yep.
now.
Hmm.
If people knew what was really going on behind the scenes, Elvis would have been canceled a long time ago.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So I was like, whoa, like seriously?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that should be interesting. The Whitney Houston thing is honestly, I feel like we know our girl. I
I
feel like
know.
we know Whitney Houston. I don't really need another about her.
Well, the people behind this one are the ones that did the Rhapsody one,
Hmm.
and then they have the family's blessing with this, and
Okay.
so they have this English actress. Her name's Naomi. I can't think of her last name. She's
Harris.
playing.
Harris.
I don't know. I just know Naomi, but they already finished shooting it. But I didn't get her casted as Whitney until I saw an interview she did
Hmm.
on YouTube, and I can see why they may have picked her. So I'll be curious to see how she does in the role, because when you have people that polarize, Whitney Houston, Elvis, like the guy who plays Elvis, he looks like him. You know what I mean? So we'll be curious to see when she's all done up and everything, if she gives the Whitney thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything coming down the pipeline, or what were your thoughts on the Will Smith winning the SAG award?
It's appropriate. I mean, that movie was strong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Will is very talented.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Times I don't think that he gets the accolades that he deserves for his
Yeah.
dramatic acting. However, I also don't think that he has had um, to showcase his talent that way. I don't think he has had the best vehicles. This
Mm-hmm.
was a for him
Yeah.
to show his talent, and I like the fact that now he's starting to take more of an active role in his selections.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's part of the big deal. Like when an actor can start to really selectively
Yeah.
do that they want to do,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they come alive. And I think he's on mid stride.
Absolutely. Well, it's interesting because on I guess after the show or before the show, he and Jada were being interviewed by what's her name from Orange is the New Black? Um, what's her name? You know exactly what I'm talking about. The transgender woman.
Oh, oh man, now I can't think.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so she was interviewing them, and and she said, we're so excited for you all. Blase Black, ready for the red table talk. It said maybe some more entanglement. She said, and what Jada said, no more of those. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
All right, Chike. Well, thank you as always for letting us know what to spend our money on, what not, and have a great week.
Oh, wait. I never told you what I was coming up for me.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I already bought my ticket. This is the first time of me going to the theater in quite some time. I'll be going to the theater on Sunday to see the Batman.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so I had to see it soon. I didn't want to go opening night because I thought that it was going to kind of be like disease packed.
Right.
So I'm going to go early Sunday morning and see it.
That would be great. That would be great. I can't wait to hear your experience.
Yeah, right.
All right, Chike. Well, have a good one.
All right.
All right. Right back after this.